Hey, this is Pat, and today we are checking out the all-new Merlin Navar Laminated D3O jacket. Now, the Navar Laminated D3O jacket from Merlin is going to be a modern take on an adventure jacket that then can stretch into 3 to 4 seasons of riding. It's got direct ventilation. As the name implies, it does have a laminated, waterproof liner built into the actual chassis, and it's got a lot of features that are going to help flow air through and out the back on those hotter days, but help you protect it with a thermal liner on the colder days as well. Again, I think this is a nice modern take on what we see as modern adventure gear. I think this is a great option if you're considering that market. But before we talk about all the features, let's talk about the overall fit. I got Dunbar on my left. He's 6'3", weighs 220 pounds with a 44-inch chest. According to Merlin's size chart, he should be in an extra large, which is what we have him in here. It's fitting him spot on. If he wanted to remove the liner and never use it, he could technically get away with a size large for a really svelte fit, but with all the liners as Merlin intended, a size extra large fit him spot on. So keep that in mind. It does come in sizes ranging from small all the way up to 5 extra large. Comes in 3 colorways. We got them in the green and black here, and it comes in at the $480 price point. But talking about the overall main construction, you have a nylon polyester main construction with an Aqua Seal Plus waterproof laminated to that exterior. So it's a non-removable. It's going to allow these vents to all be direct to get that airflow through, but it's got about an 8,000 waterproof rating on there. So we do like to see that all the way throughout, especially at this price point. I think that's a great add in there that won't add too much bulk. Starting up at the collar, one thing I do like, I'm just going to undo this zipper a little bit here on you, Spurge. They do have loop back systems, so you can open up the collar. I know Spurgeon tends to ride like this as well. You can open up the collar, get a little bit more airflow, so it's actually like a hidden vent up at the top. I do like that feature that Merlin added in there. You do get a little bit of a more robust textile over the shoulders and down the outer sleeves just for that abrasion resistance. This does come in with a CEAA abrasion resistance, so if you're riding on the tarmac more than you are the fire roads or off-road, this is going to be a great option to help keep you protected. You get a big old patch of reflective up over the collarbone and at the shoulder and the elbow, just like we see from Merlin all the time, and even the name implies, you do get D3O. This is LP1 armor that's going to be at the shoulder and the elbow. That's CE level 1, but they also included the Viper back protector at the back. For the cost, I think that's a great feature add. I like that Merlin tends to include all the armor accents throughout. Coming down the sleeve, nice little pre-curve, something that's great for the adventure riding, not in a super aggressive riding position. Adventure bikes, though, it's going to fit spot on, maybe even touring bikes as well. You do get a direct vent up here at the bicep to help flow some air through, and a slide adjuster down at the forearm. Now, one of the things I noticed, I would have loved to see maybe a vent over down at the forearm, just get a little bit more air flowing up and through into the armpit, but I'm not too upset about it. Something that, like I said, that would have been great for hotter weather riding, but I think overall the venting is pretty solid. You do have a Velcro cuff closure. Would have liked to see maybe a little bit more space on that Velcro so you can leave the cuff open a little bit more, turn it into a vent while you're riding, but I'm not too upset about that. I think the Velcro is pretty nice, and again, you get that nice beefy textile running down the exterior. Moving down the front, you do get that YKK main zipper. I will say they tried to match the coloring with all the colors that are out there. I think this green is just a little too bright. I would have rather seen a black style on there, but I like that they're going out there. We even said it kind of has a ski look to it, or snowboarding jacket. So I like that they're adventuring out there, trying to give different styles for the market. Single Merlin logo at the left chest, and then you do have 2 direct vents. And one thing I wanted to say is they do have snaps in here, so you can open it up and keep that open. I'm just going to push into you, Spurgeon. I hope that's okay. So you can keep that vent open, and again, if you pair that with the collar, you're going to get a good amount of airflow going into the key areas in your upper torso that you want that air to flow through. 2 hand warmer pockets on each lower side. And Spurgeon, if you go ahead and turn to the side and hit the riding position, one thing I want to highlight over here, you do have a slide adjuster on the side, and I really like this feature add. I think it's something that you can easily cinch in the jacket, get that comfortable riding position, whether you're wearing that liner underneath or if you ditch it out on your ride. Good look at that beefy textile that I mentioned before, as well as the stretch running down the outer side. And one thing I'll note, they do have little pockets on the side if you're getting off the bike real quick, maybe to help a buddy out or take a lunch break. You can stuff your gloves in there, your goggles, anything like that, just to keep them nice and off the ground or off the bike so they don't get super dusty. Spurge, you can go ahead and turn to the back for me. At the back, we do have a Merlin logo up at the upper spine, and then a hidden vent at the rear. I like that they added this tab over here, so even if you're riding, say, in the rain, I typically keep my exhaust vents open no matter what. Helps get all that hot air, even if it's raining out there. I like that they added this flap. It helps keep water from going into the back as well. I mentioned it earlier, but I'll say it again. You get a D3O Viper CE Level 1 back protector included out of the box. I do like that feature. And then a nice drop seat there to keep the everything hidden away when you're in the riding position. Spurge, go ahead and spin around for me and open up. Let's see the interior of that jacket. Once we get to the interior, you'll see that we have a full sleeve 125-gram thermal liner that you can zip out with storage pockets over on the left side, as well as underneath the jacket. You can add chest protectors to this jacket if you want. It does have pockets to add the D3O protectors in there. If I zip this out, you'll see that mesh liner on the inside, and you can even see that some of the waterproof liners peeking through that aqua seal liner. Like I said, I do like the lamination. That helps getting that direct venting through to you. Really helps this turn into a 3 to 4 seasonality jacket. You have some connection zippers as well as belt loops if you want to pair this with any other Merlin products. Again, an overall nice piece for ADV riding that I think will help get people through the 3 to 4 seasons of riding. Spurgeon, you go ahead and zip that up. But there you have it. That is the Navar D3O laminated jacket. Overall, I think it's a great style to the jacket, a nice modern take on an ADV jacket. I don't know how to say this any better, but it's overall simplistic look to it with a lot of technical features built in. I love the ventilation. I love the thermal liner. I think this is going to help people push into all of the adventure riding seasons with a nice British style to it. But if you have any other questions, click that info button. That's going to take you over to the product page where you can read other rider reviews and see what other riders are saying about the all-new Navar. If you still have questions after that, reach out to our customer service team. They're all riders. They're happy to help you out and get you set up for your next ride. I want to thank you for joining Spurgeon and I in checking out the all-new Merlin Navar D3O laminated jacket. I'm Pat. I'll see you in the next video.